I had always dreaded the night shifts at the hospital, but it was a necessary part of my job. There was something about the eerie silence that descended upon the place when the sun set, transforming the bustling, lively corridors into a haunting maze. The flickering lights added to the sense of unease, casting long shadows that seemed to move with a life of their own. One particular night, I was assigned to the pediatric wing. It was a place that had always brought me joy during the day, filled with children's laughter and the sound of playful games. But at night, it was a different story altogether. The laughter was replaced by an eerie stillness that sent chills down my spine. As the clock struck midnight, I found myself on edge, constantly looking over my shoulder as if expecting something to emerge from the darkness. The only company I had were the soft hum of machines and the occasional creaking of the building settling. I tried to keep myself occupied with paperwork, but my mind kept wandering to the stories I'd heard from the older nurses about strange occurrences during the night shift. Suddenly, a faint sound echoed through the corridor like footsteps in the distance. I froze, straining my ears to listen. It could have been my imagination playing tricks on me, but the rhythmic tapping continued, growing louder and closer. My heart pounded in my chest as the footsteps seemed to draw nearer, yet I saw no one. I decided to investigate, telling myself it was probably just a janitor or another nurse. As I ventured further down the dimly lit hallway, the temperature seemed to drop, and an eerie sensation washed over me. The air felt heavy, suffocating, as if something unseen was watching my every move. With each step, the footsteps intensified, becoming more pronounced, but still, I saw no one. Panic began to set in, and I turned back, my pace quickening. Just as I was about to reach the safety of the nurse's station, I felt a chilling breath on the back of my neck, causing my skin to prickle with fear. I spun around, expecting to see someone behind me, but the corridor was empty. At that moment, a chilling voice whispered my name, so close that it felt like a breath against my ear. My blood ran cold, and I knew I had to get out of there. As I made my way back to the nurse's station, the lights flickered violently, plunging the area into darkness for a split second. In that brief blackout, I caught a glimpse of a shadowy figure standing just at the edge of my vision. My heart pounded, and I fumbled for my phone to use its flashlight. When the light shone in the direction of the figure, it was gone. Fear consumed me, and I decided to call for help. But as I reached for the phone, I noticed something terrifying. All the clocks on the wall had stopped at the same time, midnight. It was as if time itself had frozen in that haunting moment. Determined to escape, I rushed to the nearest exit, my mind racing with thoughts of the paranormal. As I stepped outside, the cold night air brought some relief, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something had followed me out. I hurried to my car, glancing back at the hospital's dark silhouette one last time. From that night on, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. The presence followed me wherever I went, leaving me sleepless and tormented. I knew I had encountered something beyond explanation that night, something that lurked in the shadows of that hospital. To this day, I can't be sure what it was, but I've never set foot in that hospital again. Not during the day or the night, and I pray that I never will.